Hey there, my Sharkalites! Welcome back to the Cult of Shark and another Palia tutorial. Today I wanted to talk about the new bundles at the community board that dropped with Beauty and the Beach. If you aren't aware, the Palia Sunkissed Summer Beauty and the Beach patch 0.205 launched on July 28th, 2026. As we know, new updates mean new content, new things to explore, new events, and new bulletin board bundles. There are 4 new bundles with the Beauty and the Beach update, but today we're going to specifically focus on the Shimmerfly Catching Bundle. I wanted to focus on this bundle in particular because this is the one that took me the longest. The 4 bugs in the Shimmerfly Catching Bundle all fall under different parameters on how to find them, so I'm going to go over each one as well as a few tips for bug catching. Pulling directly from Palia's wiki, the Shimmerfly is an uncommon bug in Palia. Shimmerflies can only be found during the annual Shimmerfly migration, where they pass through Kilima Valley during their journey. They spawn everywhere in Kilima Valley at any time during the span of the migration event, but seem to spawn abundantly, especially around Mirror Fields and Maji's Hollow. They do tend to be easy to catch, usually only requiring 1 or 2 smoke bombs, even with the lowest tier build. Next up is the Duskwing Butterfly. The Duskwing Butterfly is an uncommon bug in Palia, exclusively found at Maji's Hollow in Kilima Valley during the morning and day. That means 3 a.m. to 6 p.m. It is most easily found during the day rather than the morning, as its dark blue and black wings stand out in the sun as it flies around the forest surrounding the Dragon Shrine. Although it is only uncommon, so the rarity would suggest otherwise, the Duskwing Butterfly is one of the most difficult bugs to catch in Palia due to the limited spawn window and the small size area of the spawn. For the 3rd bug, we have the Nightshadow Batterfly. These are not found in Kilima, but rather the Elderwood Caves and the Elderwood Forest in the Elderwood, including the Deep Woods, during evening and night, or 6 p.m. till 3 a.m. This particular bug, the Nightshadow Batterfly, was frustrating for me to catch personally because of a couple of different reasons. The first reason is the movement of the Nightshadow Batterfly. Nightshadow Batterflies dart around the air, pausing for several seconds, and then they'll move again. If they are alerted by player movement or smoke bombs, however, they'll just keep darting away. Because of this, they require early identification and they require the player to be very quick about catching them. The second reason the Nightshadow Batterfly can be particularly frustrating to try to catch is because of the infected essence that can be applied to it from it just existing in the Elderwood. In the Elderwood, there is a game mechanic that causes different drops to be, quote, infected. The player is made aware of the infection via a visual cue, a purple shadowy mist that will appear around, in this case, the Nightshadow Batterfly. This infection means that a player cannot catch, hunt, or forage without special items, like Elderwood smoke bombs in this situation. The last bug, and certainly the hardest to find of all of them, is the rainbow-tipped butterfly. The first factor that affects the rainbow-tipped butterfly is that it is considered an epic bug in Palia. This means that it has an incredibly low spawn rate. This bug can also only be found in the fields and cliffs of southern Bahari Bay, including Pulse-Water Plains, Hideaway Buffs, and above the Pavel Mines, and it is only available during the morning and day, aka 3 a.m. to 6 p.m. The next factor that makes it difficult to catch is the coloring of the bug. When farming for these bugs, you will see a large amount of common blue butterflies. The rainbow-tipped butterflies are roughly the same size but are white in color, with the tip of the wings dipped in prismatic. Because of this, they appear mostly white and can be difficult to make out among the large amounts of blue butterflies. They will also despawn exactly at 6 p.m., even if the player is actively using smoke bombs on one. They are very fast when they begin to flee and can take several smoke bombs to take down. Because of this, we'll jump into best tips and practices for acquiring these beauties. Thankfully, Palia gives us various ways to help make these grinds a little less painful. If you aren't familiar, your go-to Palian for bug catching is Ani. Not only does he deliver your daily mail, but he also has pockets full of items just for bug hunting. These include your standard, sneaky, sticky, and supreme smoke bombs, as well as the recipes for them. You'll also find your belts and belt upgrades, lures, smoke candles, and much more. For bug catching, I would suggest focusing on more high-end smoke bombs, Honeylures, and smoke candles. Starting with the smoke bombs, let me clarify. You can still catch every single one of these bugs with a standard bomb. I personally did not use special bombs to catch any of the bugs for this bundle. These are just suggestions that can make your life easier if you don't have the time to grind or simply don't want to spend too much time chasing these bugs down. Starting with the sneaky smoke bombs, these bombs actually prevent bugs from getting startled or running away. This applies both if you miss your initial throw or if you do not stun the bug on the first chance. This will also not startle nearby insects. Next, you have your sticky smoke bombs. These are actually my favorite because they slow down bugs in a radius of where the bomb hit. When it comes to stunning a bug, these still work the same as standard smoke bombs, but release an AoE of a slow movement debuff. This gives the player a greater chance of catching multiple bugs that are spawned at the moment, and also catching the bug they were originally going for. Finally, Supreme Smoke Bombs. These are your top of the top smoke bombs. They have a 100% success rate of catch. This even applies if you are using a basic belt, meaning you do not have to upgrade your belt 100% in order to benefit from this bomb. Because of the success rate of these bombs, they are the most expensive to purchase and difficult to craft. If you are planning on implementing these, I would really suggest saving these for the rainbow tip butterflies due to their rarity. The next thing I suggest would be crafting Honeylures. You can also purchase these from Ani if you don't have the materials. I will advise that these are not unlocked for the player until bug catching level 10, which is max level. You can also find these lures as a free reward in the Path of the Tadpole on level 23. A honey lure continuously attracts and spawns local insects in the lure's AoE for a short period of time. Any players currently in the same area can also benefit from these. They do not attract bugs that are tied to tree chopping or mining, but are great for the bugs we're looking for currently. Smoke candles are a consumable in Palia that emits a smoothing smoke for a 10-minute period. During this period, bugs will not be alerted when moving close to them or missing a throw. This means the players can get closer to the bugs to better line up their shots without scaring them and get multiple chances to catch a bug if their first shot misses. A quick note, these effects still work even with a honey lure active. So remember how we talked about bugs being quick when running from a player, or how with the spawn of butterflies, it can be easy to miss the rainbow tip butterfly? This still works, meaning an epic bug won't dart away because it was alerted of you before you even saw it. This also means that if you miss in the chaos of the bugs, you don't have to worry about that Nightshadow Batterfly taking off into the dark. Lastly, and honestly my biggest tip when it comes to bug hunting, is party up. Let me be the first to say, solo players, I totally get it. I, for the majority part, still am a solo player myself. I prefer to play solo and play at my own pace. That being said, the Palia party system does not require any massive commitments or friend requests to strangers. I personally will plant a honey lure, announce it in the chat, and also offer to party up. I then send out invites to those who show up to also use the lure. In no time, you have a full party. When the lure is done, I just leave the party, say thank you, and go on about my business. The reason I suggest this so adamantly is that when you are in a party and are playing an activity nearby each other, whatever one player gets, all players get. That means that if you are in a party and you yourself have not seen a rainbow tipped, you can still get one. If any player in that party acquired a rainbow tip butterfly, there will be an available drop for each player. On top of this, you also have that chance of that drop being a double drop, meaning you will get 2 of the bugs plus any associated drops. This is actually how I acquired 2 rainbow tip butterflies in one drop, and I didn't even know it was there. Do you think this video will help you finish up that Shimmerfly Catching Bundle? Let me know if this video is helpful with your bug hunting for the Beauty and the Beach update, as well as any future bug-related adventures you have. If you have any other topics you'd like to see me cover, let me know down in the comments below. Once again, this is Shark. Don't forget to give a like to support the Cult of Shark, and I'll see you next time.